Hi everyone, it's Mitch. It's Sunday, October the 19th, and we had a great day yesterday. I went to the new rating system, and because I talked all week about, and I've been kind of saying it all season that I pick a lot of games, and it's like because I like picking games, I like looking at the games. Some games I think I feel a lot stronger about than others, and I hadn't been emphasizing that all season. And it's a cumulative record, and this is all a building process. This is my first year having the blog. I've had the newsletter in the past, and I didn't pick as many games as this. But so we're still working our way around it. But this week with the new rating system, I was 8-3 in my picks that I rated a 7 or higher. Counting yesterday's video, I would have been 10-3 because I threw in a couple more games yesterday that I said that I really liked that I had called earlier in the week the winner. And I even went into the forums and pounded those games again. So we're going to go through just a couple of them. The games that I rated 7 or higher that were really the real plays yesterday. The first one, part one of my very first picks of the week, Oregon State. I called the blowout, and that's what it was. The Beavers all over Washington, was not even close. My newsletter was my top pick. I said that the Texas Longhorns would be killing Missouri, that this was going to be a Big 12 style blowout, and that's exactly what we got. You could have gone to sleep at halftime of that game, but you didn't need to go to sleep because there were so many other games on. We love Troy -7 against FIU. No problem at all for the Trojans in that one, and FIU has gotten a little stronger. I've gotten a lot of new readers from the Troy site, and those guys are always welcome here. And I pick the Troy games all the time. And 2 weeks in a row we've been all over Troy, and 2 weeks in a row they've made us very, very happy. I'm just looking down at some of these other games that I picked. Florida Atlantic, Western Kentucky. We said that Western Kentucky, we haven't missed on one Western Kentucky game all year. This is only Western Kentucky's second year in Division One, and we're taking full advantage of it because for some reason people keep betting on those guys. Georgia Bulldogs did not cover for us. Their kicker missed 2 field goals in this one. They thoroughly outplayed Vandy in this one. Noshawn Moreno had a huge game, and you can't win them all, but we sure would like to sometime. Arkansas had no problem covering, getting the boatload of points against Kentucky. They actually should have outright won that game, but they blew it in the last 3 minutes. They let Kentucky score several times in the fourth quarter to pull out a 1-point victory. Wake Forest, I'm not sure what happened there in Maryland. We didn't win that one. We certainly didn't call it Wake Forest. We get blown out 26-0. Maryland is a team that we haven't had a lot of luck with. It's feast or famine with the Terrapins. 1 week they're winning 26-0. 1 week they're losing 35-0. Eventually we'll get it right with them, or we'll just give up. Illinois against Indiana. Yeah, we said Indiana hasn't covered a spread all season. Illinois has Juice Williams, who was one of my favorites for the Heisman this year. Illinois, easy winner against Indiana. We loved them. Air Force, this was a game that I wasn't going to touch. I read around the internet, everyone was saying Air Force. Some of my readers who, are some really good pickers, emailed me, left some comments, read some things in the forum. Air Force. I looked at the game, which I always do. I never go by what other people say. I looked at the game, I looked at the numbers, I said, you know what? This kind of makes some sense to me. It in reality, maybe I shouldn't have let it make too much sense. But, I make my own picks, and I will take the fall on that one. I lost on the Air Force game. Northern Illinois, a lot of people didn't agree with me on that pick, but that was a mismatch. That game was on TV, on Game Plan. I watched, a lot of it. And every time I saw it, Northern Illinois was just bruising, bruising their way down the field. That was a mismatch. It was not even close, just like we called it. So those were the picks that I made. Actually, in Virginia, who outrighted North Carolina, and that was like everybody in the world was on that game. So that was really, I'm not going to pat myself on the back too hard on that, but. The other 2 games, in yesterday's video, I said that I loved Arizona. I had moved that game up, and Ole Miss against Alabama. I've been pounding the table all over the internet on that game all week. And, I'm running a little long here for a recap day, but I'm excited. And, it's always nice to have a winning week, and because I picked so many games that the overall record, the grand scheme of things, might not be where we want it to be. But now when we look at the games and we isolate it down to the games that I say that I really really like, and we can concretely look at it and look at the numbers, it's not even close, and it's even better than I thought it was going to be, to be honest with you. But we're going to continue on with that same system. We got the game picking contest coming up this week, so you guys will get to say what are your strongest picks for the week, and we'll see how everybody does, and I hope everybody does really well, and I look forward to talking to you all week and watching some more college football. This is Mitch, and thanks for joining me.